hockey game last night. That was as good a hockey game. That was back and forth. Obviously, I saw the whole first period before the NBA game began. And then I went back and forth 2 or 3 different times in the course of the night. You know, at halftime, I stay with the hockey, long commercial breaks, hockey. So that hockey game last night was as good as a Cup final game as you are ever going to see, right from the get-go. You know, they had 5 million watch it, which is, for them, excellent. NBC, not NBC Sportsnet. That's going to hurt them now. NBC Sportsnet is next, and they're going to do a lot worse with the rating. But that was as good a game as you were going to see. You had 4 lead changes. You had 9 goals of significance. They had the empty netter with a couple seconds to go. You had all sorts of back and forthness to it. It was high paced, a lot of offensive chances. That was a tremendous game. Now, the Knights are just an incredible opportunistic team. They scored on their power play early in the game at 1-0. They came back after the Capitals had scored a goal, and a minute 20 later they scored another one. Obviously, they got a huge break on a non-penalty call, which allowed them to tie the game early third period when that should have been a penalty, and that goal should have been negated. That's an atrocious call by the officiating crew. Now, the officiating crew also they missed a call on Tom Wilson earlier, too, in that period. But the problem is that Wilson penalty did not result in a scoring, in a goal, as this one did. Obviously, Washington should have scored. They could have scored in the last 20 seconds when the puck was right there in the crease, and I believe it was Wilson couldn't get his stick on it and put it by Fleury. That was such a fun. Listen, it's hockey. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. It's not for everybody necessarily. It's sometimes hard to see where the puck is, but that was as fun a game as you were going to watch on this level. I can't remember a game that I enjoyed more than this Cup final game in that first game. You know, I don't care so much. I know Vegas overdoes it with its pregame. That doesn't bother me. I saw them do it against Winnipeg, the exact same thing. Everybody now is making a big deal about this because of the fact it's a Cup final and it's on NBC. It was a Monday night, 8 o'clock. The basketball game hadn't begun yet, so everybody was going to pay attention to the Vegas thing. That pregame took forever. You won't have that same kind of pregame probably again. I knew it was coming, so it didn't bother me as much as it bothered everybody else. It's typical Las Vegas. They overdo everything. But listen, I've been destroyed by Vegas ever since this postseason began. I had them lose in the first series. I thought there'd be a scenario where San Jose forced a Game 7. I had Winnipeg. That didn't work out. And now this one. So every time I turn around, they come back and bite me in the rear end. This Vegas team, they're quick. They got a transitional game that is phenomenal. They got 4 lines. They're resourceful. They're very opportunistic. They got a lot going for them in this series. Now, listen, let's say one thing about the Capitals. There's 2 things to say about the Capitals. Number one, they've been in worse straight in this postseason here already. I mean, they were down 3-2 to Tampa. They won 2 games in a row. They were down 2-0 to Columbus. They won 4 straight. They were down 1-0 to Pittsburgh. They figured out a way to get back involved in losing that first home game. So it's not like they have not seen some adversity. And if you're going to win your first Cup ever, you're going to have to face some of that. So, and Vegas has faced no adversity. Vegas is, they buried the Kings. They won easy against San Jose, though it was 2-2, but they didn't have to face an elimination game, nor did they play Game 7, and they won 4 straight against Winnipeg. So they've lived a charmed life compared to, say, the Capitals. So the Capitals, to me, I got to trust them to go out there and show enough moxie that they can figure out a way to get back and, really make this a competitive series. And number 2, I think more importantly about the Capitals that I would look at in this series is they got rid of the Fleury aura. He stunk last night. He did not play well. They scored goal. The 1 goal was an atrocious goal. Fleury was not sharp. They got beat short side. Fleury was not great last night. Now, Hope was, not great either. He allowed one more goal. But I don't remember a scenario last night. One of them was in a power play. The fifth goal, he could not stop. I don't remember a sequence there where Hobie allowed a horrendous goal. I'd have to see it again. Another goal resulted in a penalty that wasn't called. I'd have to go look at the goals again, but I know Fleury was not sharp. So from a Capital perspective, I don't know if Fleury is going to get in their heads as much as, say, it got into Winnipeg's heads, the Kings' heads, and to a certain degree, the Sharks' heads. So we keep that in mind down the road. Capitals better win game two, though. I think Vegas won a game on the road. So Capitals better win game two. Listen, it was a riveting game. Emmerich was at the top of his game. You know, it's weird about Emmerich. Out of all the announcers, Scully had it. Enberg had it. And Gowdy had it. Marv's had it. Out of all the announcers that you can think of, he is a guy that you'd almost watch and listen to even if you had no emotional involvement with the teams. He is that good on this level. He is that good. You almost, even if you don't like hockey, you almost watch it to listen to him. 20 after the hour, we continue. Mad Dog Unleashed.